Welcome back, germs and ghouls. It's time for another episode of Nubby's Number Factory. So, since the last time, it's been updated a couple of times to this latest hotfix before it gets a future update, wherein it's going to be saving and loading, and then also 1.4 is coming soon, which is going to have a whole bunch of stuff in it. But the main thing we need to do for right now, besides the important thing that happened around this, is we're going to redeem Glass Tony, because, yeah, that absolutely is a thing that happened. But the first thing I need to mention right now is that with the actual update came a strange surprise of giving each of the supervisors a voice line when you click on them. So let's just cycle through them all very quickly.
Leave me alone, I'm on break.
Your mom is so hairy that people think she's Bigfoot. I mostly eat dirt.
Last year I got me a 64-point buck.
You need a hookup for the best cold cuts in town, you know who to call. I wish I still had a bank account. Don't ever wear that outfit again.
Now they all have like multiple different voice lines that they can click through and set span from, but the reason why I left Glass Tony out is because of what Glass Tony actually is. A bunch of glass breaking. It's very funny. So anyway, Glass Tony. Maximum lives are capped at 2. When an item triggers, it triggers twice. Perks and food items are unaffected. How does this change Glass Tony? Well, you'll see soon enough that it changes it in quite a dramatic way. Hence the high score being a good goal. Yes. Yeah. Already I fucked up. 43! I did the best round of Glass Tony you've ever seen. Now, the main thing that's changed with Glass Tony comes in when the actual items start showing up. So I just need to collapse myself through the starting rounds, and then eventually we shall be able to see where the real fun of this new Glass Tony comes in from. The thing you need to keep in mind also is that you're capped at 2 lives. That means hot dog dogs aren't going to be as effective. Activating twice for right now. I mean, 105 is decent. Hold on to that for the future. Take 2-headed turtle instead. Reroll. All of these are fine. I mean, you are decent. You might also be. With this update, I did notice that there's like a very distinct increase in how I perceive all the peg halved triggers, as well as using like dancing dino and stuff like that. Because I'd never realized how decent they can be, especially since the seal has been changed in essence to be activated on every 8 pegs popped instead of being at the first peg of the round. So yeah, it's very decent. Speaking of decent, what's in this perk? This loot. Well, the mystery box is neat. First peg, sure, why not? Now, additionally, I did mention that there was an assist mode that came in. Actually, now it's called the Mind's Eye mode. So up here in the top left, you can see all the stats down here, also the seeds down here, like I mentioned before, as well as how many times an item triggers. Not that anything here has changed otherwise. You in the corner. Yeah. Get a nice amount of triggering going there. 8 times that round for the 2-headed turtles. That means basically 4 times. You can also notice how far up we're in the money. You can never get this kind of thing to happen beforehand. Shish kebab and shish kebab and chip 2. Shish kebab and hot dog dog. Remember, it takes 3 gold and it spits out as many lives as you have, so it's a net decrease. That one just increase over time, so that's why I'm taking that one. We'll take a spickle rat as well. Yeah, 8 pegs pop for the happy seal. I'll take you. Then I'll take you as well. I don't think I'll need a ton of feathers, even though that would be fun to have in this situation. Dancing dino. I don't have anything to benefit you from that. Fine, you can stay here, but you'll leave soon. Believe you me, you'll be leaving soon. My Christ. Oh right, because I put him at the front. I forgot about that. Yeah! Yeah! There you go. That's good stuff. Oh yeah, because of that, that's what caused that. It's running away, the ton of feathers was activating. I remember now. Gold rush, once again. But bounce through. 7 times right away. This like, honestly, when I started playing this update, and you might have even seen it briefly in the video itself, previous video with the Glass Tony in it, I absolutely changed my tone entirely with Glass Tony, because, yeah, Glass Tony before this patch, before he got changed into what this is, he was miserable. 100%. Absolutely. I did not like playing as Glass Tony. But now that he's been changed to this, it's way more entertaining to play the game. Because there's a little bit of risk, obviously. Might as well get that force trigger in there. And after you have the risk go through, you have to hope for the bigger rewards and everything triggering way more than they should do on normal cases. Something else I could also mention is that within the hotfix specifically, Baloney Tony got a new food item that's exclusive to him, which will re-roll all the trigger types in your active row when you eat it. It's a moldy sandwich, so that's very fun. Back with the G-lay pegs. Bish bash. We need something to benefit from the happy seal. Like, that's the main thing missing from my build currently. Eventually, though. Well, okay. I mean, these low numbers are fine. When I did a Glass Tony run earlier, I got a very quick break with one item specifically. I don't know if it will show up, but it'd be fun. There it is, okay. So yeah, the alien also now changed to activating on 2 pegs doubled instead of what it used to be. So why did I put it at 7? It's not going to activate when... Yeah. Go to 3. Boss round, ouch, you prick. Yeah, like the 2 item break essentially, I think it was having the alien as well as the drain perk and then also the kazoo at the front. It just kept triggering over and over again. It was very funny. First peg popped, yeah, do that. All the odds numbers, you can go to 4. Leading to you to get a... Yeah, this looks fine, I think. I didn't hit that. Progress is made fun. 6-9 nice. Wow! Mayhaps it will be easy to locate a completely broken build with Glass Tony this time. You'll see it soon enough. Potentially. I can still fuck up at any moment, as long as I don't get my triggers activated properly. It's entirely possible. In terms of stuff otherwise that I've been doing outside of playing Glass Tony and all the other supervisors, since I had the chance to do that after succeeding at least once. Rubber Chicken changed to being only active when it's still alive, and soft locks, I don't think the pay didn't change that much. Get you away, because you've already got upgraded. Yeah, baby, there's the kazoo. Sorry, E-Block, but kazoo for you. Go into the corner then. If you're wondering why my mouse movement is slightly lower than it normally would have been in the previous 2 episodes, it's because I'm using the Steam controller specifically. Because I didn't want to go downstairs and pick the mouse just to do whatever again. Disguise glasses would activate the highest peg popped. And none of these are also these. Oh yeah, this is a new item, I forgot about this. The T-block is a new item. If 100% chance to force trigger both items to the left and right of it. Odds decrease by 20% for each time it successfully triggers. And odds reset to 100% when the round is over. There is also a new cafe item and a new corrupted item. I forgot about those as well. Those are rare and normal. But the immediate explosion of those, it's wild. You. Yeah, come on now. Mayhem. Oh, he's hiding. Oh well. That's a little bit of work. Got the ball clear bonus at least. Yeah, as I was saying, like outside of the stuff that I've been doing, where like getting to look at the other supervisors and seeing how they play. One of the things that I did do was I did clear a whole bunch of the challenges up. Now the only one I have left to do is the challenge wherein you need to... You can only re-jumble the pegs one time and there's no rerolls at the shop. So it's like the only ones that I have left to do. Evil Goose! That's already at 10,800. It's crazy. Sorry to add a turtle, but evil geese. Geese are Howard. Oh, the peg halves though. This is real good in this situation. I'm gonna hold on to it for a future round because I feel like I should toss the inflatable dolphin in place of it. We have the gourmet perk as well, so I can at least pick up the stuff that doesn't matter to me at least. Fava bean, star fruit. Do this, Dave, and it worked. Crazy that Dave would have worked at one time. Reroll everything. Yeah, why not? Anything here? No, nothing at all. Oh no, the other thing too, it was mentioned in the patch notes, but the E-block got a slight redesign, mostly because the devs lost the project file for that E-block. Which is amusing to think about. Ah, it's the return of the constantly triggering evil goose. Mega honks. Put a honk in the chat, baby. Okay. Alright, that's a something. But I mean... Sure, go there, right? Because you'll be activating a couple more times, so activates in the future. It's trying to think around the situation that I'm in, trying to make it so that the build itself is decent enough. Oh, hey, there we go. Pull that. Inflatable dolphin, I'm sorry, but we're getting replaced with a tardigrade. Jax would also be fun in the case that the drain perk shows up. Oh, but never you mind. Sorry, ton of feathers. We got put asbestos in there. Why? Because that also got a bit of a change. Summons a clump of insulation and falls from the sky. When insulation touches a peg, it multiplies the total score by 1.05 times. It does not pop pegs. I remember seeing in the patch notes saying like, oh, it summons insulation. And I thought, what does this change? What does it mean by that? And then it showed up for me in a run, and I saw how it functioned. I was like, oh, that's what it means. So let's take a look at the insulation, shall we? Bish, bash, boosh. And it's activating twice as well. Yeah, baby. Whoa, even more? 895? 987? Yeah, we got the thousands. Hell yeah. Thanks to the power of you. It's because you're activating the double. Yeah! Another fun fact as well with the hotfix, they fixed this specific interaction wherein once you've cracked the game open with a 9999 in your feed, you can now finally redeem the full 10,000 restocks. That's one thing they changed as well. What a silly setup this is. And yet it's a really decent one as well. It's crazy, isn't it? Put that drink down before it gets too out of hand and crazy and wacky. You're not even gonna get in there to tackle that fella. It's because you are in turn taking that multiplier down. Very funny situation. But also you can see now, with the mind's eye, just how crazy a round can be with how many times an item can trigger. That's already like 200 of these happy seals, leading to almost 1,000 of the geese. It's wild. Or mayhem. Now, I don't want to speak too much about future stuff with Nubby, because I feel like I'm going to be continuing to come back to Nubby over and over again if the time arises and needs for that. Because it's always fun to come back to this. There's plenty of things I can still do with the game. There's plenty of supervisors I've yet to really show. The hunt is really fun because of its little skill-based money-earning situation. And Mutant Tony, obviously I gotta show off Mutant Tony at one point because Mutant Tony is insane. But yeah. Well, speaking of, I just reminded myself of this. With the perk specifically, one of the perks is the trophy perk, which I believe we did get in one of the previous videos. I think it might have been the Glass 21, I don't quite remember. That perk has been reworked so that it can't cause an instant break, wherein it now only triggers once. Once you pass the round goal once, it triggers once and activates the item in slot three times over. And then that's it for that perk. I think it might have been increased to rare in kind for that, but that's how it would be. That's how the situation arose. And now you know. Upgrade the Happy Seal for even more half triggers. Get smacked twice. Nothing around here. No. Pick by you and you. No, you. I'm not eating Dave when I'm at 72 coins. What are you, crazy? I'm just accumulating whatever I have here. This means it's going to activate 738. Activated quite a lot. Go there then. All the insulation. Evil Goose. How about Evil Koopa Wizard? Keep on blapping those away. So how have you fellas been? I need to stop asking about this, because apparently I've not learned my lesson from the stupid ass joke. I know this video is going to come out a little bit later than I am recording it. This day is currently the 4th of June. So it's been a fun day, for me at least. I was editing the video today, and that might come out before this one. I'm almost certain it's going to come out before this one, so hi from the future. And for now, that's the main focus, and once I get that done, it's gonna be funny overall. As for what I'm doing in my spare time, well, I've been playing a hell of a lot of Risk of Rain 2 specifically, because I've had that in my library for who knows how long. I think I might have had it since 2020, I want to say. If I'm wrong, then I can always correct myself in post. But the thing about Risk of Rain 2 is that when I initially played it was on the crab top, and it was not running very well for me, and I wasn't quite getting it. And so I left it alone for quite a long time. Then when I had my Steam Deck, I tried it out a little more, and I think I was trying it handheld, and so I realized then that it didn't seem like something that I could excel well in doing. So I put it off again further on, not being able to do too much progress with Risk of Rain in this current situation, so I felt very lukewarm on the game. But then, a couple of months ago, maybe a few weeks ago at this point, I don't quite remember when exactly I started leaping back into it, I started using keyboard and mouse on the Steam Deck, because I have the keyboard and the mouse for like Bluetooth reasons downstairs, so that I can use keyboard and mouse whenever I am down there, for whatever reasons, you know, maybe Nubby, maybe Rift of the Necrodancer, those are the kind of reasons I have keyboard and mouse for the deck. And playing Risk of Rain 2 on keyboard and mouse, I certainly feel is the way to be playing it, because there is just so much quick reaction timing you're needing, so you want to have the camera pan around, swap to enemies that happen to be around you. It's a very chaotic game, and once I really got into grips with how Risk of Rain 2 actually works, how you should look around for items after you kill a bunch of enemies, then go to the teleporter event, that's when I really started kicking in. And especially I started locking into the game and really enjoying it once I unlocked the Bandit. Because the Bandit, what the Bandit does is it basically means any back attacks and critical hits get more damage by attacking from behind. You have a long-range pistol with 4 shots in it, or a shotgun you to unlock the pistol. And you have a melee weapon that does like bleed damage from behind. You can shift into Deception, literally just Zero's Deception from Borderlands 2, and then come back out with a hot expanded attack. And then the best attack that the Bandit has is the one that will give you, I think it was 600% damage on a single high power shot. And if that shot kills an enemy, it resets all of your cooldowns, meaning that if you're able to aim correctly and keep firing that shot off on enemies and killing them in one hit, you can just keep on doing it and keep reloading your shit whenever you need. And it's pulp. And that's the kind of shit that I enjoy in first-person shooters. I love when a game gives me pulpy items to completely eviscerate enemies. It's very satisfying to get that done. So I got lost in the story a little bit, I'm sorry. But yeah, here we are in round 43 of Nubby. I hope you enjoyed my Risk of Rain tangent. play the video game if you so desire. Maybe do it keyboard and mouse if you feel that's better. But yeah, Risk of Rain 2's been fun. Alongside other games I've been playing, but I'm resigned not to mention that here. We'll have to find out in the future whatever that is. The mystery for now is super mysterious indeed, even though it has been mentioned in the previous video. 9999 once again, thanks to the power of the insulation. It's super handy insulation. I mean, I could have been looking at the stats the whole time, whilst I've been telling the story to see how things have been going. Doesn't matter. What am I doing eating you first? No, shish kebab, then kidney bean, then you. Oh, tart lad. What's here that I can quickly swap back to? Oh yeah, of course, Poopbot is here. So tart lad to you. Give an increase to that. Put you down there. And pick up at you. I could replace that with Jax in true fairness. Wow. There was a reroll here, yeah, I thought so. For some reason I didn't think there was. Maybe it's just because I was too busy swapping between the two. Cheese House is not going to help. Flamethrower is not going to help. And Nubby Dies is not going to help. Wait, because we have 15 pegs popped here now. That means what? Poopbot, I'm sorry, but it's time for Jax to shine. What? Yeah, it does a good enough job of clearing all the pegs out. It's just not enough for the asbestos to even get you a proper multiplier. So there you go, I suppose. Yahoo! Maybe we killed the build at this point, but at least the build is going way quicker now. That's fair enough. I think that's a fair enough trade-off. You've seen how decent this run has been going. 15 pegs popped, we are not surviving for 3 seconds, so as much as that one would be nice, we'll get further at that. And now also, if the bad book wasn't already enough evidence of how it's functioned, yeah, all the books are stacked on top of each other now. It's very handy to have the quick visual information of that, so it doesn't get scrunched up into a mishmash at the top here. And there's a new item, you know, soup crackers. Deletes the leftmost item, but the rightmost item transforms into a squid. If the right item is upgraded, it transforms into an upgraded squid. It can be very good if you require a squid for your build, but unfortunately, I don't feel like I need a squid right now, so I'm just clearly going for all of this. More noodle. Rodent's leftover noodle. Oh yeah, Donut also tells you what the last eaten perk was, because it'll be tricky to tell when you have all of these numbers showing up here instead of it being accumulated in order like it used to be. It's always good to have the visual information. Video games are cool again. Yeah. Nubtastic. Book a party once again. And I was burping. I don't know if I cut those out, but you don't need to hear that. Not at all. It was funny though, editing the video that I have been working on, and then looking at the raw takes of the commentary that I recorded for it. There's one part where I had a really good burp in it, which is very funny, to me at least. I don't know if it is entirely funny, but it was funny to me. Pick up the key again, may as well. Just see what's in there. If there's a chance of seeing the third and final new added item. There's a possibility. Oh, it's very funny. Super score. I'm not even getting a single ounce of the buckshot anymore. She's hiding behind that. Look at party. This is so silly. Yeah, very nice. I wonder how far down it's gonna shrink, if any at all. May end up shrinking, I don't know. What's in the shop this time? Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. No new item here today. So, what I can tell you from previous instances of playing the game in this patched form, and getting it randomly off of a lentil every now and then, what the new item in the corrupted section does, in the black market at least, this new item triggers every perk onto the perk beside it at the first perk of the round. So basically, it works like the E block and the T block, no more so like the E block, but you can only have it trigger once, and triggers every single perk onto one item that you choose, which is pretty crazy. And then I think the upgraded one, it does 2 of them at the same time? Oh god, I don't remember. It's gonna be tricky to even cross-reference that. Ugh. I'm sorry if I don't have the information by the time this video comes out. God. What matters more is that in all places, we've made it to the lair of Sun God. And I should mention also, if you weren't already paying attention, there was something hiding in the background of the moon. Go back and look. I'll still be here. You're back? Okay, good. Good to hear that you saw the thing, even if it took you so very long to see it. Pants, 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 and monstrosity. Asbestos, cheese house, and monstrosity. You don't need any of those. Just shoot the first one off and go right on ahead. Not getting any silly, crazy 9999 plays anymore. It's all about getting everything cleared off. You need to upgrade tardigrade, that's the problem here. That's what's keeping things on the ramps here. Whoa! The hilarious thing about the pufferfish round, special round, is that one always tends to get crazy when you have the halves and the doubles. It always makes things go wild then. Nubby dies. It's way too late for that to be efficient, so take the first pet Pokemon. They as well. 2 seconds exactly for failing that one. Or having Nubby die at 2 seconds exactly. Crazy. Hey, just what I needed. It's like Mario, just what I needed. Don't need you. Fava Bean though. Soup crackers we don't need. I don't need a thing at all. No, we don't need anything upgraded. Everything is already fully upgraded, so I don't need to look at what's anything in there. That was my mistake to begin with, just forgetting that everything is in fact upgraded. Everything is properly situated. And we found it, yeah! Even with the case. Oh, that's the thing too. Perhaps, at this instance, we'll see the anti-softball that they've implemented. Because what it does now is it'll shrink down the number and basically immediately whittle it down back to 1 so before that can happen. That is something that has happened to me in this recent patch. I know that for sure, but it looks like here it's not attacking it too often enough to cause the anti-softlock to kick in. Wait, no. Given that the insulation's here, it's possible to get good goal right now. Let's sit in anticipation for good goal. Boom, 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 boom. Tridacillion. I mean, it's still a crazy way away for the actual Google to show up. So, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go piss. Not like you needed to hear me say that. See you in a bit. Maybe that time will have passed. I made it back just in time for Vigintillion. At least I believe that because the one I edited beforehand was Cat or Vigintillion. I just looked at how many times the items are triggered at the top of the row. Poor old Kazoo, only triggering 4 times. Whereas this here. Also, I forgot to mention the upgraded Asbestos Plus now is, you know, quantified scores by 1.1 instead of 1.05. That's the only thing, really. There's still more of a stretch to go before it gets to Google. Though I did see a very funny video. Oh, I say funny, just like, not funny haha, but I mean, you could consider it funny haha. The editing is kind of, it doesn't matter. The video that I saw basically showcased the quickest possible way, quickest time in order to reach a Google score using Baloney Tony, which is certainly something. Also, thank you, Walter, so much for being so loud outside the window at this time of day and this time of the country. Localized entirely within your... Yeah, like, the video itself, I know, is the case of getting the wingless fly, getting Kazoo and the disguise glasses all at once, and then with the Baloney Tony reroll, kind of like the perk rotation, made it so that it constantly looped back onto itself in order to eventually reach Google on round 19, I think? 19 sounds right. Because you needed the corrupted to show up for the wingless fly and cause that over and over again, so yeah, that's how that one came about. Novem Vigintillion? I don't need to worry about numbers. I already found out too much about numbers regardless. Tresvigintillion, I think? I don't know, but this is itself the near cap. You got the Unti, then after Unti you get Duoti. It's just about there. You gotta see it for yourself. 6.6 thousand activations. And then also all the stats down there. 4.5 thousand dubs. Tres, Virgin. Nah, I don't fucking know numbers. Trey T. Then after this, we'll get it. There it is! Google has been achieved. It took how long? I don't know. But also it's on Glass Tony. Fuck you, past Josh, from the last time. This is possible now. Fuck you, specifically. I wonder what the possible chances are to like roll the 1 in 20 chance on all the activations here. At least Kazoo was safe. Though knowing me, that Kazoo would have broken anyway. Alright, enough of that. Now, I'm just gonna end it every time it reaches 999, because we don't need to waste any more time here. We've seen all we need to see, really. That's just the whole encapsulation. Everything capped off in a single video. You got your Glass Tony getting all that way there. I don't even know what the thumbnail's gonna look like. But also, like, this is more an editing thing for me. I changed the settings on OBS slightly, so hopefully there's no, like, real crusty artifacting by the time it gets silly and stupid or particly like this, if the bit rate down and all that. Because I've noticed that at some point, my recording ended up getting all artifacty after a while. And for some reason it wasn't like that at some point. I don't even remember what settings changed, unless it was just updating OBS that caused that change to happen. I have no idea. And so for now, I'm just rolling on with a bunches. Hopefully it looks fine enough as is. But there's entirely possible chance it's gonna end up looking the same anyway. It's a shrug. S-H-R-U-G. Why am I reaching over to take a drink when I can just have the video end quicker and take all the drink time that I need? The dancing dino. Especially given that it activates twice per bounce. For all this stuff going on. Be wacky. I could lent all my dreams away. It's an available option if it even will want to show up. How much is this one going at right now? 70? Okay, 7 times. With the twice. Oh, it's silly. Also the croissant. Put the croissant in there. Are you gonna finish that croissant? Yeah. Don't have a remote chance of anything. Might as well. Just a single little bump, and then again the kazoo, and then 4 activations. 2 activations even. Every instance of doubling is coming from the tardigrade. And that's impressive. You got a 4 billion peg right there, you see? Yeah. Blow that one up, why don't you? Lovely swirls. Go with the swirls. But don't necessarily need to do that. Yo, the lag. Number mania. Crazy peg. Very crazy. Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. Come on with you. 9999 once again. Almost there, finishing a round of Glass Tony. To think that would be it, like, legitimately, in the past version of Glass Tony, I've only ever gotten to the final boss twice. And then one of the times was very heartbreaking because I'd held on to a wingless fly for rounds and rounds and rounds. And then all of a sudden, it just breaks on the first one, and then everything crumbled beyond that. It was very distressing. It truly was a roundable time. No tart, lad, I don't need you right now. Lentil. Could get stupid with it. But I need you to still win a round. Sorry, Lentil, not this time. Continue this stratagem, which is called I will feed you chips. Chip and chip. Chip, chip, chip. Free rerolls. Anything interesting here? You got laser pointer, point lasers. You got T block to block T's. Take that T. Yep, fucking T. I don't know. And are we gonna actually get the other final boss this time? Please do. Yeah, Tony! Tony shoots lasers from his eyes. If his peg is hit by a laser, its number will be reduced to 1. Pew 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 pew. However, if it's a case where there's no peg in laser sight, they'll get activated like that. Score, Google. High score, Google. 573 stars because I've been playing a whole lot since. Because remember, by the time that the update came around, my star count was at 271. Now it's at 573. I've been playing a whole lot. And also the challenges themselves. You know, the challenges themselves, they only give you 10 stars for completing them. And then beating runs themselves gives you 5 stars. Along with all the other main criterias with getting a boss round kill, that gives you 1 star. But details. 97,000 triggers, 213,000 restocks. Incredible. Just a little proof that these are my high scores. Shot on change, plain Jane, another lock. One shot McGee, that one was wild to finish. Paul's Bane, which that one took way shorter than one shot McGee. Amnesiac, which had a bug but that was patched. Phoebe mode, that was the one I was stuck on initially by the time I finished editing the previous video. Time's Up, that one's interesting but manageable. Expiration date, also interesting but manageable. And I'm just on stay there. 11377. The funny thing about expiration date is that my win was not 6.6 decillion. That was a previous run. I got a high score of that by breaking it by doing a similar build we saw in this video. But then the winning run did not do that break. So it's very funny how some of these are just so low scores in comparison. Ugh. Poor fella, what's he doing up there? Okay, so in the next episode of Nubby's Number Factory, I don't know which supervisor we're gonna do. I think the more interesting, probably Mutant Tony or Hunter Tony are the probable options. Though perhaps if I wanted to see the unique item, you want to do Criminal Tony.
I'm not very well adapted to life outside of prison.
So I'll decide in the meanwhile. So I'll give it a big ol' honest think. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you. Take care and enjoy your Nubby again. You guys like Nubby, apparently. Yeah.